If you're watching this video, then I assume you've seen the 1996 comedy romance thriller A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, which stars heavy hitters like Lynn Whitfield, Regina King, Bobby Brown, and of course the man himself, Martin Lawrence.
You's a fine motherfucker.
Who also directed and co-wrote the movie. Even though this film was directed and released in 1996, it's still discussed to this day. And the main conversation is who was wrong, Brandy or Darnell. Well, let's discuss, and I'll give you my point of view. The film starts off showing all the women Darnell is currently dealing with, like Ava, Nikki, Gwen. Darnell says himself, those are a few of his women, no one special. It looks like he wants to add Brandy to the roster, but initially she's not interested. Darnell's mother, played by Della Reese, goes through a list of women who calls her home looking for him. Jacqueline, Suzanne, Rita, and Miss LaClucia, and warns him that his ways will catch up with him.
Do you know Cleophas' brother? He make more honeys, mama, than
the one who I'm looking at right now, huh?
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I picked a bad day to come over. This a mama-daughter jump. Okay. Mama, you want her coming home with a little...
Now, don't you get me started on you. Miss Jacqueline and Miss Suzanne and Miss Rita and Miss LaClucia keep calling on my phone looking for you. A night full of passion can give you a lifetime of pain.
Nobody...
Darnell, it's a thin line between love and hate.
But Darnell doesn't listen and makes a bet with T that he can get Brandy in bed without saying I love you.
$20 you can't hit that.
First of all, I ain't gonna bet on the ladies like that, okay? All right? And
You gonna have to tell her you love her.
No, you know that's our code. Never tell them you love them.
That's right.
Now look, I'ma hit that. You know I am. And when I hit
right.
it, first thing I'ma do is call you. And all I wanna hear from you is your D. You the man.
So he knew in order to get her, he was gonna have to put in some work. So then he comes up with this plan for to get her to fall for him. He went to her job, brought her flowers, stayed persistent through her rejecting him, then got her to show him a house and bought her a crystal baby bird that he said set him back some. Even though he did break one of her pieces at her office, so he should have replaced it. Now if someone doing all this, yeah, I'm gonna think they genuinely interested in me. So in the midst of his plan, did he ever think I'm making her fall for me even though I'm just interested in getting in her pants? How would she feel once he accomplished his goal? Even though he played a lot of women, you don't know what the effect is going to be when you playing with someone's heart and their mind. Granted, he did admit to her that he lied about being able to afford the house and stuff like that to get next to her, since she was being so short with him. Still, she didn't know that the line would go to the extent that it did. So they go horseback riding and start kissing and whatnot. But she stops and he could tell that she's afraid of something. So it is declared that she likes him, but she just isn't ready for sex. And he gives her this ultimatum, asking when will the work he put in pay off. So it's almost like the tables have turned. He starts feeding her this BS about trusting him and how he's there for her. And she asks him, is he into anyone else? And he lies and says no, even though Mia, his childhood friend, has his nose wide open. So before they're about to have sex, she's telling this man she couldn't be hurt, that it wouldn't be a good thing if she's hurt. Then he lied like he loved her And she admits that she's scared, but none of these things stop him from continuing with this bet. Brandy opens up on how her ex-husband was cruel, abusive, and insensitive, so she killed him. Now Darnell looks like he's seen the light, but plays it off like it's all good. And don't get me wrong, hearing something like that may make you want to distance yourself, because that's some deep stuff right there. Even though she had her reasons, but Darnell's intentions weren't pure from the start. So of course, if he don't plan on being with her for real, then he gotta bounce. But nah, she starts pulling up on him and buying him expensive items, and he accepts it all. She even told him she'd buy him a club, and that's where we really seen that she is a fool in love. Cause thinking so highly of him and not letting him be a man on his own will set the stage for him to hurt you somehow. But I want to get into this side plot real quick on how his sister is supposed to be going to prom, but he don't want her date to treat her any type of way, and gave a curfew and everything. How hypocritical to be treating all these women like they not worth anything, but your sister can't be treated like that as well. Lord, the hypocrisy. But back to Darnell, he tries to prove his love for Mia by throwing out all Brandy's gifts. The asshole even missed her birthday, and this is the beginning of Brandy's rage. She leaves a huge portion of the cake at his doorstep, while her limo is still parked outside, mind you. And this sets him off to go break up with her. She tries to save face by acting as if she wanted it to end as well, and it looked like it hurt his ego a bit. And by this part in the movie, Brandy has officially snapped, and she acting like it's all good that they broken up, but the next morning she's back up in his house and she's cooking, and then he pushes her against the wall. And real quick, I just want to say, of course, Brandy's money couldn't buy his love, especially when he was in love with Mia, but still the way Darnell went about everything was selfish and dishonest. So Brandy does all these things to ruin his life and relationship. I wasn't too mad at her for taking his tires, cause she spent all that money on him, but no one should ever let anyone drive them to that point. She even tried to kill Mia, but if it wasn't for Mia being around, Darnell may have continued to use her for her money. And through everything, Darnell finally apologizes after she shoots him. So in the end, he says Brandy taught him the true meaning of I love you, and only say it if you mean it. All of them survived, and he still got Mia, so he got a happy ending. But what about Brandy? I guess she escaped jail, or her money got her out, but still, you came into this lady life and turned her life upside down. Who knows what they might have done to her business? She told you that she couldn't be hurt, and she didn't want to pursue a relationship, but you got the happy ending, and she got the fucked up ending. Fuck Darnell. Period. But let me know what y'all think about a thin line between love and hate. Who do y'all feel like is wrong in this situation? Please let me know your thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.